we've now got a bigger challenge, because you can see these are unordered and unlabeled. So I've got to start from scratch on these in terms of I don't know what's here, I don't know what they're called, you know, and so on. The first thing I can do here is to ask the system to cluster the documents. And what this is going to do is it's going to pull all those documents into similar groups. So you see that the order has changed. The IDs are no longer in numerical order. And I've got this new column called cluster, which just has labels of A and so on. And if I go down, we can see it's labeled B and C and D. But the power of this is I can have now a fairly strong expectation that whatever is in cluster A, they're probably quite similar. It really makes the process of reviewing these documents much, much faster, because if I look at a few of them, you'll see here, these are all indeed the same type of document. So I can look at a set, and here I'm just multi-selecting that, and I can say, okay, these are all a deed of trust. I'm going to go through a process here of manually labeling them, but you'll see it's not actually a very difficult process because the tool makes it quite easy to do. So I'm also not going to bother to look at every single A at this point and check, because it doesn't need this many samples to learn what a deed of trust is. So now I may go and look at cluster C, and now we see this is definitely a completely different document type. So now I might say, okay, I'm going to call that warranty deeds. So I'm going to label it. What's happened now, because I've given it more than one document type, it's trained the classifier immediately, and it is already confident enough, which in fact means the confidence is above 1, to suggest what this is. So where previously we just had training data, so everything was labeled as a manual, in this case we've now got a mixture. We've got these ones which are, it's going to show me what I told it was. But these other ones are basically the classifier telling me what it thinks this document must be based on what I've just trained it on. And again, we can look at the confidence in that, and you see that it's already fairly confident on some of these types. And the power of this now is I don't need to go through every single one of these. I can just hit enter on them and confirm that some of these are indeed what it's telling me to improve the training. And the more I confirm, the more confident it will become. I can just focus on the ones you see here, clearly highlighted ones that it really doesn't know anything about yet, because it's got very low confidence. So I might select a few of those and call that a modification. And again, you can see it getting more confident now, even with just a very few samples in that type too.